Hey everybody, it's old Watachi again. I was going out there. Hell, we're already hitting down in the 30s at night and only getting up in the 60s during the day. So the cold's moving in. All I could ask, I got one question. Anybody that watched any amount of that debate last night, presidential debate, any one of you that watched that, do you consider either one of them men presidential material? Because I couldn't even watch all of it. I've never seen such a joke for what they claim to be our president and the guy running against him for the next presidential election. You couldn't find two bigger clowns if you just walked outside your front door and just started throwing rocks, and the first two guys you hit, that's who you're going to have for presidents. One of those two guys. You'd probably be better off than the two clowns that are actually running, to be honest with you. Because I seen two, they're both old, so I can't say children. They're basically to that age now where they're reverting back to being children. But that's exactly what I seen standing on that stage, was two old farts that had money all their lives, don't give a shit about anybody else but themselves. You guys can believe what you want. You can believe Trump. Oh, he's going to save your ass. You can believe that. And I want you to stand on that soapbox till that day you realize you were wrong. Because you are wrong, and you will realize it one day. But if you can watch those two clowns in that national presidential debate, if that's what you want to call it, I'm going to call it the clown show. But if you could watch that clown show last night and still have any faith in either one of these two people as president, then that proves that the dumbing down of America worked tremendously. Tremendously. Because that's exactly what it would take. You would have to be as dumb as a bag of hammers to think either one of these two clowns are good enough to be presidents. How Trump is one already amazes me, and how close Biden's come amazes me even more. He wasn't president, but he was vice president. That idiot, that retarded, brain-dead fool was vice president at one time in this country. And now these Democrats, that's who they've piled up in front of them, that big pile of crap, and that's who they want to be their head person in the presidential office. I can't even believe that. You see, folks, these clowns already know your world's over. That's just how they're going to work their world into your world, because you don't really fit in their world. And so they've got to figure out how to use you while they can and how to get rid of you when they don't need you anymore. That's their plans. If that debate last night wasn't enough to wake any of you people up, then there's nothing going to wake you up. Right now, from what I heard, the governor of Pennsylvania has a lawsuit going against him. I guess they're going to try to impeach him too for the crap he's pulled, and they're in the state of Pennsylvania. I think his name is Wolf. That name keeps wanting to come up, but I think that's what his name is. But yeah, they've got charges going against him. There's a pretty big class action lawsuit that I've heard about. I haven't been able to find anything on it yet. But they're going after the CDC. So, and that's a good thing. All those people need to be brought down and tried for fraud, if nothing else. Major fraud on the American people. But also, there's a few countries that got together and they've went in and filed charges within the United Nations, and they're filing a lawsuit against the World Health Organization. So these are the two main people, the CDC and the WHO, are the two main ones that have done this to the world. So hopefully these lawsuits will bring all this out. But it ain't going to happen before the election. That's for sure. And even if it does, I don't believe nothing's going to even happen from that. Somehow they're going to blame this shit. If it comes down to it being found out to be fraud, the whole coronavirus, you can mark my word, they'll blame most of the doctors and nurses and shit like that. That's who will end up being the scapegoats. The ones that backed them on it. Watch and see. Watch and see. But people, that clown show last night, that proves to you that our government is not in place. Whatever this clown show, the people who run this clown show and everything, that's what's in place. And all they're doing is it's taking them a little bit of time to work it into your head that you no longer have any rights. You're going to do as they tell you to do, and that's going to be the end of it. So until you guys are ready to make a stand and get your country back, it's gone already. It's already gone. I don't know what you guys, I guess you're waiting on the military just to roll in, start rolling you out of your houses and putting you in FEMA camps. Because they're not going to let you keep your houses, folks. You're not going to get to keep your cars and your trucks and your boats. You're not going to get to keep all that. They want it all. They're going to move you into some FEMA camps, and then it'll be like it is over there in China, these super cities, where there's 60 million people living in a freaking city stacked on top of each other. You won't need no cars because there won't be no roads that you can be able to drive on. You won't have the right to do that anyway. So life's going to change. And it's going to take them a little while to get it fully enacted. But if you guys just keep sitting back, it will get enacted. Agenda 21 is in full swing, and it's something major. If we get 30 or 10 more years, they're saying it's going to take at least 10 years by 2030 before they're going to be able to knock down enough people in this country just to basically take it over. So they're in the next 10 years, you guys pump them vaccines in you. You just do whatever they tell you to do. I don't know, people. It's just getting old. It's getting old watching all this stuff, and nobody cares, you know. It seems like nobody cares. Every man for himself. Every man for himself. Doesn't matter who you harm. You're out here on the road, it's you. If anybody's around you, blow your horn at them, flip them off, cuss at them. They're in your way. Just pieces of shit. Just run them over. That's what this world's turned into. I don't like it. I don't like it at all, people. I can't even leave my house without being mad. Being mad. Being mad because somebody doesn't like what I'm doing. Not that I'm messing with anybody. They just don't like it that I'm not wearing a mask. I don't know. May God bless us all, people. We're going to need it. Have a good day.